To delve deeper into this year's accomplishments and plans for the future, we're joined in studio now by the Executive Director of the Saint Regis Mohawk Tribe, Tsiorasa Barreiro. So welcome to studio.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So we're pleased to have you joining us, but let's get right to it. We're going to start by reflecting on this past year. Tell me, what accomplishments from this past year are you most proud of?
Well, there's so many, and so it's a good problem not to be able to immediately identify just one or two, but certainly all of our capital project improvements stand out, from the community services building to the new walking trail, the nature trail across Cook Road, the amphitheater project, really beautiful project coming together. And then we also saw our transfer station upgrades taking place. So 4 big projects all coming together this year. We're really awesome to see, and reflection of how well our teams are working together to really come together with such accomplishments.
And they're huge.
Yeah.
So I feel like they started like a couple of years ago and then came to fruition this year. Am I wrong? Or it feels
No,
like there's a
every
lot of planning, right?
Every capital project takes a lot of planning and is many years in the making. So to see them come together in 1 year is pretty amazing, and they all were on different timelines. But the community services building in particular just has been wonderful to see our staff co-located, to see new professional safe spaces for our team, and really to invest in a dilapidated tribal asset that really sat here for many years with no firm plan.
Right.
So the federal stimulus money allowed the tribe to move forward to create what we have today, and we're working towards a open house, a opportunity for the community to come and visit.
Oh yeah, they for sure should come. This is a beautiful space. It's just so well done, you know, like I feel like it's just something that the community should definitely see, because it's like state of the art, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, wow, that's for the community, you know, and our staff.
We're really excited about it. As you know, we're still working over some finer points in the building. We have some painting to do. We have some artwork to get up. We have some furniture to be delivered. And once we have it looking and feeling in the way we really want to present it, we're really looking forward to an open house and a grand opening for the community in the new year.
Yeah. I mean, we could go on and on, definitely about like the amphitheater, and you know, we haven't even begun to use that at this point, but it's coming, you know, so it's exciting. But I'm guessing that there's, you know, with all of these bigger projects, there's always community members who are wondering how these things come together and what types of challenges that we face or you face as executive director and as a tribe and, you know, as a whole. So what were some of those challenges that you may have faced this year, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, all those projects are quite complex. So the good thing to me is that we have a team working together, from our grants and contracts office and finance, a lot of folks behind the scenes, our clerks of the works on all these projects providing oversight, our facilities team. Everyone coming together is the biggest opportunity that we have. And the way we've done that together has really been wonderful to see. We have a wonderful team, and everyone plays a role. And so from the beginning of securing financing, getting a grant, deciding how to utilize stimulus funds, these are all decisions, active decisions that have to be made, right? And we know, for example, with the community services building here, we had an asset that sat here in public view for many, many years, and council had to make the decision about the stimulus funds and how to deploy them for the highest and best use in our community.
Yeah.
And as you know, not everyone agreed, and anytime you have a budget, it's a reflection of our priorities for our leadership and for our directors within the tribe have to identify those priorities and work with our community for feedback about those priorities. So being able to invest in one of our own assets, not using any tribal general funds, but the opportunity that came with the ARPA dollars has been great to see. So we couldn't have done it without council making that affirmative decision early on to make this investment, and we're seeing the fruits of that labor today. And the ARPA dollars, for example, there were dozens of options on how to spend that money. All those options are good things, whether it was individual community support for economic recovery, whether it was support to local businesses or nonprofits, or whether it was funding internet access through the pandemic so that people could run their home businesses, that students could get online. All those decisions were made with the community in mind and the needs of the community, at top of mind. So it's been great, and the way we're working together is an example. I think we want to show to our community that that's the number one thing. Our tagline is working together today for a better tomorrow. And I've often told our folks here at the tribe, the first two words are the most important: working together, because if we can't work together, then we can't accomplish any of these things. And we're seeing all the results in the community, so the proof's in the pudding. The staff is working together, the staff is using a good mind, working through difficult conversations. We all have them in our families, in our work lives, and how healthy we can work those conversations really determines the health of our organization, the health of our leadership. So I think we're leading by example, and I'm really proud of that fact.
And it shows, in the community, there is a way that you obviously engage at the community level to get this type of feedback, not just through, your team, the directors, but tribal council's monthly meetings, looking at initiatives and hearing all of that feedback from the community. In your opinion, how do you see some of the initiatives that have rolled out from the tribe strengthening that bond or connection back to the people in Akwesasne?
Yeah, I mean, so many examples there. One big one that jumps out to me is the work of our economic development team with the juried art show and art market in July, which provides such a platform for our local artists, culture bearers, singers, hoop dancers. A wonderful event that brings people together, helps the economy, helps celebrate the diversity of our artists and so many different art forms, brings non-community members here to inject the community with some help with local expenditures, and of course buying the art itself from our many talented artists.
I know, beautiful.
So that's one big example that helps that connection, right? Again, the walking trail project is another one that sees an immediate benefit to our community members, our families, and so many other projects that really invest in our people.
I'm curious to know, is there a specific goal or any sort of project that was achieved this year at the Saint Regis Mohawk Tribe that sort of elevated the mission in the community?
Well, one I think is just recent with our work with FEMA. After the heavy rains and storms, the remnants of Hurricane Debbie hit us in August 8th through 10th. That was a big impact to the community. Some roads washed out, roads closed, damage to individual homes and the infrastructure in the community. So our OEMS, our OEMS office, Office of Emergency Management and Safety, under the direction of Nolan Jacobs, have had a wonderful response, have to date helped around 60 individual homes with getting federal assistance payments to help them repair and increase the resilience for those homes to withstand the next intense storm. We know those storms are only getting worse with the effects of climate change, and our OEMS office stood up this response project so well. Our FEMA partners have been on site for the past week and a half, working, doing the inspections necessary, and getting those resources out to our community members. And so that's been a great example of our collaboration with a federal partner that has resulted in direct aid and help to our local community members.
And we're in the process of the year in review right now, and we can go on about a lot of things that have been brought to the community or community life. There's a lot of things a lot of social or political issues, but when you look at the grand scheme of things and you're moving into 2025, is there anything that you'd like to add, or even what does the vision look like for 2025?
The vision of the tribe is always to maintain and enhance and create a healthy and prosperous community with opportunities for our people, both here at home and in the global community, wherever they choose as individual tribal members to take their talents, their gifts, their abilities. We want them to know that they're supported here back home, and that we have opportunities here at home as well to bring our educated young people to be able to use those gifts and those trainings and education they receive, and to put that to work for our community. That's what feels the best for myself and so many professionals that I work with every day, to see our people doing this work. So that vision is always a healthy and prosperous community, and we're getting there. We're doing the work that our parents and grandparents had hoped that we'd be doing, always moving ever more to self-determined outcomes, right? Self-determined outcomes. We make the choice of where we're going, and we take the steps to get there. And to be part of that is a special thing. And we are standing on the shoulders of so many staff and leaders who've come before us and created the conditions under which we can be successful today. So that's the vision, to work together for that better tomorrow, and I think we're delivering on that vision. I'm proud of all the work that we're doing together to move towards that vision, and it's up to us to keep it going. It's up to us to keep a good mind, to work through any issues that come forward, knowing that we're all on the same team. When we have a conflict, reminding ourselves we're all on the same team, we can get through it, and
good mind.
We have to get through it.
Yes.
Right? People are counting on us to get through those things, and so that's where we are, and that's the leadership that is supported by our tribal council, supported through my office, and all of our directors share that vision. And so when we're on the same page, I don't think there's anything we can't accomplish.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Nyawagoa for joining us in studio today and sharing a lot of these reflections and insights. It does seem like it was a year of progress and resilience for the tribe. And, you know, I'm looking forward, and I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to seeing that vision continue and unfold in 2025. So
I just want to say thank you to all of our tribal staff for working so hard in all areas of the tribe. And then to our tribal community members for bringing their concerns forward, for keeping us on our toes, for expressing themselves in our tribal meetings. That feedback, that participation is really crucial to healthy governance.
And that's your connection to the community, you know, and I think that the tribe has done a great job of, you know, encompassing that this year. And like I said earlier, I look forward to seeing that vision continue on in 2025. So Nyawagoa for joining us.
Yeah.